Ma questo triste cuore piange di malinconia. Lontan sei tu da me, dal cuore che ti ama. Io t'amo e t'amerò ogni giorno ancor di più. Sinfonia, che bel canto d'allegria, sei tu mio amor, questa dolce melodia. Sinfonia, cantano gli angeli dal cielo.
That, of course, is my dad's wonderful, beautiful tune called Symphony of Love, sung by his Italian friend Dario, all the way from Italia, beautiful Italia. Wish I was there. Actually, this holiday season, you want to know where I would really like to be? Let me show you. Yeah, Florida. That's where I would like to be. When I lived there, my friends would ask, don't you miss the changing seasons? Well, no. Do you miss the changing potholes? Anyway, to my friends in Florida, I love you guys. All right, so welcome back to another late night Total OS, late night tech chat, and whatever comes to mind. We'll get started here in just a moment or two. I don't know if anybody's going to jump in the chat. I do these at random times when I feel like it. It's that simple. So this is the post-Thanksgiving holiday weekend. For those of us who are Dallas Cowboy fans, they won. Don't know how long that's going to last, but anyway, go Cowboys, right? All right, so I have my wine here. In fact, let me go take another sip. All right, delicious. And thank you for the red wine. So we are closing in at the end of another year. Hope this year has been good to you guys. For me, this is one year I would like to forget. Overall, we'll go into that. Anyway, let me excuse me. Let me get situated here. Let me put my wine to the side because I don't want to spill the wine on the keyboard. All right, I'm going to put it right over here. All right. Let's see if anybody's in the chat to say hello. Well, speaking of wine, Timo is in the house. My dear friend, how are you? You know, just because you're here, I'm going to a virtual toast to you, my friend. Cheers. I should have put a little bit of 7-Up in the wine to make a little spritzer, but it's good enough. Hi, Tim. I hope you're doing well. Great to have you here as always, my dear friend, my dear Ubuntu friend. Tim has been on Ubuntu now. Is it 10 years? Oh, we've known each other for 10 years. Or maybe both. I can't remember. Tim, I hope all is well with you and family. I think you are in Chicago, if I recall. Hope all is well with you and everybody else, of course. Luis Rejas Aloraide is in the house. Hope I said your name right. Welcome. He says, hey there. Well, hello there to you. Tim says, yep, it has been a while. Yeah, it has been. Yeah, I had no plans for, I actually had plans earlier to visit friends up the street from me, but it's too cold. It's 21 degrees Fahrenheit, so I texted them and I decided to stay home for this evening and not plan anything. So I'm sure you know how that is, Tim, right? Luis, if I may ask, where are you from? All right, so for tonight, just some random chat or random tech stuff, whatever's on your mind. Comments, you are welcome to post it here in the chat. So, oh wow, Luis is from Bolivia. Wow, awesome. Awesome, Bolivia. Now down there in the south, do you have the seasons like we do? It's cold here in the States, so is it cold down there? I don't know. I'm not an expert on geography. That's why I am asking, sir. But anyway, my friend, welcome from Bolivia. Wow, that's awesome. See, let me show you this. This is where I would rather be this holiday season. This is not Bolivia, it's Florida with the palm trees, and I do miss Florida big time. But this is where I would rather be, because Santa Claus wears bikinis, if you know what I mean. All right, enough of that. Luis says it's opposite there. Okay, cool. Very nice. Awesome. Yeah, I believe we also have friends who watch the show here from Australia, and I believe they also have the opposite seasons also, Luis. So, yeah, summer there and wintertime here. I'd rather be where it's warm. At least I don't have to shovel snow. No snow yet here, although up by New York, Buffalo, they got a lot of snow, big time snow, but nothing here yet. We've been very lucky as far as the weather goes. Can't complain. All right, so I know what Tim uses. Luis, do you use any form of Linux, Chromebooks, or are you just Windows and Mac? We are doing the show tonight live from Linux Mint. This is currently my go-to distribution. I use Windows sometimes, not as much. Of course, I also use my Chromebook. Luis says Debian. Awesome. Very good. And sometimes Ubuntu. Cool. Luis, my very first date with Linux was Ubuntu. Would you believe, almost 20 years ago, back in 2006. And it's because of Ubuntu that I am here chatting with you terrific friends. Tim says doing well, holidays here. Yeah. Yes, I did have a good Thanksgiving. Very peaceful and quiet, Tim. Thank you for asking. Luis says he uses Windows once a year. Okay. Is that when the weather gets hot? You use the Windows? That's just a poor joke, but anyway. All right, yeah, I don't use Windows that much. I don't have to use it that much anymore. I'm usually either on my Linux Mint, my Android phone, or my Chromebook. I don't really have to use Windows that much anymore, as I've gotten comfortable using Linux Mint, the Mate version. So, Tip says your daughter likes wine too. Well, you know what, Tim? Just because you said that, I'm going to a virtual toast to your daughter. There you go. I'm probably going to toast everything tonight. Here's a toast to 50-inch TVs. Cheers. But no. Luis says those are the times when using Linux wasn't that easy. Well, back in 06, if I can travel back in time, yeah, you are right, Luis. It was not easy, but I thought Ubuntu and Linux had potential. Back then, of course, it was what was it? Well, it was Windows XP, right? Back in 06. So yeah, so I knew that Linux had potential, even though at the time it was not easy. but I stuck with it. And it really wasn't until a few years later, I don't know, 4 years or so, maybe less, that when Linux Mint first started coming out, that I knew Linux was here to stay. Here to stay with Linux Mint. Then, of course, we had Zorn OS come out to make it easier for beginners. Chromebooks came out a few years after that, but I wasn't that impressed back then. I got impressed, well, during the pandemic of all times, when Chromebooks outsold Macs. I'm like, yippee, a Linux-powered machine outsold Mac. Who knew? Very impressive. So Linux is here to stay in one form or another. You have to use Windows when you have to give support to someone else who uses it. Okay, Luis, that's understandable. You used OpenSUSE back then. Okay, all right. Of course, we know that Tim is an expert on Windows 11. Just kidding, Tim. Tim just spit out his wine, choking. I'm just kidding, Tim. Just kidding. Just kidding. I think I've tested OpenSUSE, and God, at this point, I think I've tested so many Linux distributions. Yeah, everybody's laughing. I lost track. But I stopped distro hopping, as it were, because after 10 years, it just felt like I wasn't distro hopping. I was bug hopping from bug to bug to bug to bug. I said, enough. So I settled on Linux Mint and Chromebooks. Now, look, Ubuntu is fine if it works. You know, Zorn OS, Linux Lite, Debian Base. The best Linux is the one that works for you. It's that simple, you know. I love Chromebooks because Chromebooks are the only Linux that I've used. They're based off a modified version of Gentoo Linux. They're the only Linux I've used that I've never seen a bug. Zero, nada, never. I'm not saying they don't exist, but I just haven't seen it. I haven't had to fix anything. I haven't had to use the terminal. Never. Anyway, that's my praise for Chromebooks. You're playing around with, what's it, Proxmox. I've never heard of it, Luis. That sounds like a planet on Star Trek. On the planet Proxmox. I don't know what that is. Okay, what's is that based off Ubuntu? Tim says, Carmine, you know that Windows is sacrilege. I know. Hey, I'm weaning myself off of Windows little by little, you know. VMs, Luis. Okay, all right. You know, look, I've had the Windows install really on this machine, which originally had Windows 7. Completely outdated machine. But Lenovo's make great machines, durable. We know Linux would work. Was surprised that Windows 11 installed easily and even faster than some Linux distributions. I was stunned. Now, the politics behind Windows, forget about it. So for that part, Tim, that is sacrilege, yes. But does Windows 11 work? Hey, I give praise where praise is due. I'll say it sucks when things suck. And that's how we roll here on Total OS. Like I said, I don't use Windows 11 that much because I just don't have to anymore. I've gotten comfortable with some Linux, not all of Linux, because all of Linux is certainly not all easy. That would be a ridiculous statement. Is some Linux easy? Oh, absolutely. All right, so there is some tech news. It looks like Starbucks Coffee or the company that provides Starbucks with their computer support got hacked with ransomware. I'm going to guess they don't use Chromebooks. This did not directly affect Starbucks, To be honest, I don't go to Starbucks that much. Every once in a blue moon, I usually go Dunkin' Donuts because I'll get. They have a $5 or $6 breakfast meal there with what is it? A breakfast sandwich, hash browns, and a medium coffee. I think for $5-6. I usually go there when I'm in the mood for coffee. But Starbucks, or the company that supplies Starbucks with their computer technology, I guess got hit with ransomware. You know, I have issued a challenge over the years. Anybody who uses a Chromebook, if you've been hit with malware or ransomware, let me know. So far, I've heard crickets. So far, zero. None. Nothing with malware on the Chromebook. That is impressive. Very impressive. It's, Carly, yes, I do remember you, Carly, a few years ago. I think you popped into the chat when your dad was on. Carly says, hi, everyone. I'm Tim's daughter, just hopping in to say hello. Take another sip for me of your wine. You have a MacBook? Okay. By the way, that's my preferred choice. I use Microsoft at work. You gave your dad a note to play with it, and he loves it. We're Carly. A toast to you and your dad. Cheers. And I gotta be honest, there's only a little bit left in the bottle, Tim. I'm just drinking it from the bottle. It's just me, so I don't care. Just being completely honest. So, Carly, glad things are working out with your Mac. There's nothing wrong with MacBooks. All my friends who have MacBooks, they've never had a problem. Usually, they use it for school or work. Usually. Completely understandable. I've noticed that the girls, well, not just the girls, but the people who have Macs also love their iPhones. Completely understandable, and I totally get it. Yeah, use what works. I don't really have a MacBook. I don't really have a need for one. But yeah, hey, if it works, use it. But yeah, MacBooks are ultra reliable. I haven't heard one MacBook owner that I know say, gee, I wish I never would have bought this MacBook. It never works. I've never heard that. They're a bit pricey, but do they work? I would have to say they always work, unless, Carly, you want to tell me otherwise. They're not perfect, but you have more experience than I do with MacBooks. But if it works, sure. Nothing wrong with that. And here at the university, close to where I live, I see a lot of students with Macs, so I get it. It just works. All right, so we were talking some random tech news. There's NVIDIA is coming out with a new AI technology called Fugato. It's Fugatto. Sounds like what I used to say in New York. Like we used to say, "Hey, forget about it." And what's her name? I Fugato. No, but that was a joke. But no, NVIDIA actually has a new technology called Fugato. Search it. It stands for something. I forget what it is, but of course, AI tech now is all the latest rage. I use it sometimes. I have to admit it is impressive. This AI stuff, I don't know if it's going to take over the world like we see in the Terminator movies. Wait, AI becomes self-aware and tells humans forget about it. It is impressive, I have to admit. All right, so you love your MacBook. It's great for school, right? You got a new one a few months ago. Just a bigger screen, but the one I had previously I had for about 4 years. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Carly asked, did I see the Tesla bots that Elon Musk made? Carly, I did not catch the Tesla bots. What is that all about? I'm not a fan of Elon personally, but I'm curious, what exactly is a Tesla bot? And by the way, this live show is ad-free, made possible by your donations. So thank you. All right, so let's see. He made robots and a cyber cab that drives itself. It's very creepy. You should look into them. The robots are supposed to help humans, not to have do so much work. It's weird. This self-driving stuff and the AI stuff and the robots. I have seen robots in general do very human things. Yeah, it's weird. I will say this about all this weird stuff. I think it looks cool. I have no problem with that as long as there is still a master off switch. Shut it off when things go bad, if you know what I mean. But yes, it's weird. I would have to agree, Carly. Yes. Louise says all tech news I find tonight is Black Friday related. Yeah, I didn't really I didn't really I bought I didn't really need it, Luis, but I bought a $100 Android phone on sale because I was curious. I didn't really need it. And right now on Amazon, I think it's a Black Friday. Well, it was a Black Friday special for $79.99. I thought to myself, is a $100 Android phone any good? It is very, very, very impressive. It's a NUU N10. If you broke a phone and want an expensive Android phone, check out the phone New. It's a company called New, NUU from California, N10. And yes, it works. I really needed to get a new computer, upgrade the office, but back this summer, and Carly, I don't think you know this, but this is what parents sometimes have to go through, okay? Back in this summer, my son was driving his Lexus with a leaky water pump. It was starting to go bad. Okay, so I said, look, just drive around town for groceries. Don't drive anywhere until we get it, checked in, check out the car, trade it in. Oh, okay, Dad. Well, to make a long story short, he doesn't listen to me. He takes a trip to Pittsburgh. The car overheats. The engine basically blows up. There's steam everywhere. Luckily, no fire. No one got hurt. Of course, the engine was trashed. And the best part, he blew the engine on the Lexus a week before Father's Day, Carly. I wanted to wring his neck. But he apologized. Dad, I'm so sorry. I don't know why I did it. I was so stupid. I'll never do that again. He learned it was an expensive lesson. So how did I punish him? Well, I bought him another used Lexus, of course. Duh. I said, Michael, you don't know how lucky you are. You have parents who care about you. But he learned his lesson. And I have noticed he's driving a little bit extra careful. But because of that, I wasn't able to upgrade the office here. But that's okay. Everything I have still works. And Tim says, sending to the Carlo Rossi Wine Fund right now. Thank you, Tim. As you know, it will come to good use. Thank you so much, my dear friend. You've seen too many movies. Haha, Carly says. The one with Will Smith, it just spooks me. Yeah, probably the most famous of all the futuristic AI stuff, of course, are the Terminator movies, where the Terminator's AI take over the world. As Arnold says, we need more power. I need the power core. Anyway, Joey's in the house. Joey's here. Joey's fantastic. He's from California. No, he's not from California, but that's what Arnold would say. Anyway, Joe says, WTH. It's about time you showed up, Tim. Anyway, thank you, Tim. Thank you for the contribution, as always, my dear friend. And hello, Joe. How are you? Say hello to, of course, you know Tim. Tim's daughter Carly's in the house, and we have Luis all the way from Bolivia. That is awesome. Say hello to everyone here. While I take another sip of wine, of course. Oh man, love sweet red. Next time I cook some breadsticks, I'm going to pour the wine on top of the steak. Oh, Carly, I usually drink anything sweet. Red wine, sweet, red wine, usually. Burgundy is okay. I usually buy Carlo Rossi, like Dad says, or sometimes I'll go down to the Kroger's. There's a grocery chain here, Kroger's, or whatever they have on special. Sometimes I'll buy whatever, but usually Carlo Rossi. But usually anything sweet. Yeah. Well, Joe, Carly says she's enjoying her new MacBook. I remember one time, it was right before the pandemic, one of my friends, Amy, she's retired. She's currently living in Austria, of all places. She needed a MacBook serviced, and I forget what the problem was, but she had bought the Apple service warranty. I forget what it's called. Carly, you probably know what it's called. The Apple Service Care warrant. Anyway, something had happened to the MacBook. She wanted me to take a look at it. I said I could, but since you paid for the warranty, let's just drive up to the Apple store in one of the malls in Pittsburgh. This was on a Saturday. We got there. I told the guy the situation. He says, okay, yes. Is it under warranty? I say, yes, it is. Okay, great. He asked, do you have an appointment? I'm like, frack, an appointment. I forgot. There was like a 2-hour wait. I felt so bad. Amy says, don't worry about it. So she waited. I took a walk around the mall, got something to eat. But I forgot because it was a weekend and the only Apple store for miles. And anyway, she did get her Apple MacBook fixed. I forget what the problem was, but it was right before the pandemic. I felt like such a schmuck. But she understood, very sweet lady, and in fact, she was so grateful I went up with her. She bought me dinner that night. That I remember. So, anyway, cheers to all the MacBook ladies. Okay, all right. Carly says, not a sweet fan, a good, no, Greek or dry red or yummy. Okay, all right, cool. Yes, Joe says MacBooks are close enough to Linux. I believe they use a form of Unix or based off of Unix or something like that. Okay. All right, Carly, Dad's going to step out to take the dog out. Sitting the friend's dog. Of course, I have to think of that song now. Who let the dogs out? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Sorry. Oh, Joe, you upgraded your iPhone 11 to 15 because the price was right. Okay. Yeah, I had an iPhone once. It wasn't for me, but they are reliable, just like MacBooks. Have no problem with that. I'm more of a Motorola, Samsung type of a guy. And of course, as I mentioned earlier, the budget phone of the year is the new NUU N10. A very impressive phone for $100. All right. Ben is in the house. Stormer OS. Hello, Ben. How are you? All right, Joe. Yeah, Unix, which is the same file system as Linux, basically. Yes, I do remember that. Yes. Oh, wow. You know, Carly, you tell your daddy has very, very good timing for donating to the wine fund. I just drank my last bottle of wine. Anyway. Oh, yeah. Sure, Carly, great to have you here in the chat. And happy holidays to you. And I'm sure we'll chat again with you in that sense. But yeah, happy holidays. I think you're probably on school break from college, I think, right? I know one of my friends is. So anyway, Carly, happy holidays to you too. Sure. Oh, Luis says you had to do an emergency repair on a broken keyboard. Super glue and baking soda was awesome. Okay. Hey, if it works, sure. Ah, Ben says Sister Katrina uses a Mac for work. Okay, that's cool. Ah, Ben's on the last 2 weeks of college. Oh, the golden days of college. I remember my college days in Florida. I wish I could travel back in time and do that. That was so much fun. Joe says, nice to see you again, Carly. Yep. Happy holidays again, Carly. Ah, all right, Ben, gotcha. You're on your last class towards a tech support job certification. Very good. Let me guess, you're going to be certified in Linux from scratch or Linux from headaches. I think you are the only person who has tested more different Linuxes than I have over the years. And I had to stop after 2017. I had to stop doing it, hopping from bug to bug. Anyway. All right, all this wine drinking has made my mouth, excuse me, my throat a little bit dry. I need to grab a bottle of water. I'll be back. Don't go away, guys. I will stick around since I don't have to get up in the morning. But let me grab my bottle of water. In the meantime, let's play another one of my dad's tunes, Symphony of Love.
Ma questo triste cuore piange di malinconia. Lontan sei tu da me, dal cuore che ti ama. Io t'amo e t'amerò ogni giorno ancor di più. Sinfonia, che bel canto d'allegria,
Okay, I'm back. I got my bottled water. Anyway, oh, Cody's in the house. Hi, Cody. What's up? Joe, you have been cursing your Rec Room smart TV because it lags so bad. Was ready to buy a new one last night, and my son suggested getting a Roku stick. You bought it, and it runs better than a new TV. Yeah, I don't have a smart TV. Didn't really need one. Maybe my next one might be a smart TV, but I don't have one currently. So, yeah. Yes, Cody, I'm doing well, and I did have a good Thanksgiving. Hey, my Cowboys won that night. I watched a game of that late afternoon. So yeah, thank you. For those of you who came in the podcast late, let me show you this. This is where I would rather be in Florida, with either red wine, tequila, and a platinum blonde, or something similar. Oh, Cody says you bought a Steam Deck for Black Friday, an early Christmas gift for yourself. Do you like it? Joe says I guess the Roku even has the Hallmark app. I was actually watching Hallmark the other night. What was I watching? Christmas in Rome. Duh. Yep, Christmas in Rome, a classic in my opinion. It has the sights of Rome, so yeah, I like Christmas in Rome, and the movie called the other one called The Christmas Train with Danny Glover. On demand with Comcast. So, yes, and yes. Now, because Roku has the Hallmark, I may have to get a smart TV just because of that, Joe. Oh, that's right. So you just ordered it. Gotcha, Cody. So it's coming in. Okay, well, let us know. Joe says you're watching me on the same TV. It's on your GM Tech 3 Mini PC with Ubuntu. Gotcha. Okay. Anyway, all things considered, I'd rather be in Florida. Yeah, that's the picture you guys are seeing. So I miss Florida. Oh, you got Peacock for 1 year for $20. Comes with Hallmark. Okay, cool. Right before I came on, I was watching Josh Gates Expedition, not Expedition Unknown. New series called Expedition Files. Get it, like X-Files, Expedition Files. Anyway, check out Expedition Files. It's pretty good. Pretty cool. Joe says, not me, Hawaii sounds much better. Well, yeah, okay, Hawaii's good. It's good. But Florida's closer. So, yeah. My next tech purchase, if my son doesn't blow up this Lexus, will be a faster computer. It seems you guys here, except for Joe, won't remember this, but Saturday Night Live had a character named Roseanna Dana. It's always something Joe might know. So You know, with me the last year or so, it's I plan to do something, buy something, but it's always something. Anyway, streaming services had a good Black Friday. Okay, Hulu a month, 12 months, $3 a month on Disney. I had Paramount Plus, but they canceled Halo. Boo! So I canceled Paramount Plus. We have who joined the chat. Born in the USA is in here. All right. Hello, Born in the USA. I was born in New York. See what I'm saying? Welcome. Yes. Joe. Yeah, Joe. It was Gilda. Yes, I could remember that. That was her. Roseanne. It's always something, and that's what comes to mind this year. But I still love my son. He's the only kid I have, so you know. I'm probably the only dad in town who, after his son blows up his Lexus, he takes him out. He takes him. The dad takes the son out to dinner on Father's Day and buys him a new used Lexus for blowing up the old Lexus. What the freak is going on here? But hey, the power of love, right? It's the power of love. Anyway. Luis says you have to save to be able to buy your next computer. Okay. Yeah, I usually buy a refurbished, but then just, tune them up myself since I know what I'm doing. But my next computer will probably be a Ryzen 7, something with a Ryzen 7 or a Ryzen 9. Maybe an HP. Honestly, as far as the brand goes, it really doesn't matter because I'm going to run Linux in it anyway. So, yeah, whatever has a good deal. I check Amazon and eBay. Yeah, Luis says that's what fathers do. Yes, we spoil our kids, don't we? Born in the USA says the power of PC Compass, as Arnold says. Anyway, I was actually watching the first Predator movie with Arnold. Classic holiday movie. Haha. Get to the chopper. Welcome back, Tim. Yeah, Luis, I don't have problem buying refurbished machines. Yeah. Yeah, Cody said I'm going to watch the best Christmas movie, Die Hard. Well, it does take place at Christmas time. It's debatable if it's an actual Christmas movie, but it does take place at Christmas time. And I think the first two Die Hards are classics in my opinion. So yeah. But yeah, Born in the USA says Chopper. See, Burger King should have hired Arnold and said, "Get to the Whopper, the big Whopper." Man, that hurts my throat, but I have fun doing that. Get to the chopper. I don't know what the hot tech gift was for this holiday season. I didn't really see anything on the news what the hottest item is. Maybe there isn't one this year. Yeah. The hottest tech guide you can give someone is a Chromebook, according to Cody. Well, for a person who's always used Windows, Chromebook may be the answer, may be the perfect substitution, alternative. You never know. I have a couple of retired friends of mine who live down the road. I was always going to their house to service their Windows machine. They got it. They received a Chromebook last year. I haven't heard a peep from them this year as far as help with their Chromebook. So evidently Chromebook replaced their Windows machine. They had a Windows 10 machine, and I think it was their son that bought them a Chromebook. I helped them set up the Chromebook and how it works. I think it was one visit, and they haven't had a problem since. So yes, Chromebooks for some people can replace your Windows machine. Aha, yes, Cody. Hey, dudes, shoes for Christmas. You got your dad? Cool. Oh, you got your dad's girlfriend daughter a Titanic Lego set. That's nice. I think there's a billionaire in Australia building the Titanic too, if I'm not mistaken. Look it up, Titanic 2 from Australia. Mate. Well, the first thing I want to do tomorrow is stop at Kroger's and get some more wine since I ran out just as I was talking. So tomorrow's going to be wine day here in Dean Martin country in Ohio. And I don't mean Linux wine, I mean the real wine. Yeah. Born in the USA says once you install Windows, your relatives never call you back. Why did you give me this? I wish I could install OBS Studio and Kdenlive in my Chromebook, but there is no official support for that. At least not yet. It's kind of disappointing. No fault of the Chromebook. It's certainly capable of doing it, but maybe one day soon. Tim, one of these weekends, I'm going to do the Linux wine show just for you, my friend. Hey, forget about it. You have some wine, you'll have a fine time. Eh. Cody, I haven't used the Linux VM that's built in. Yeah, I never had any interest in that, to be quite honest. This Lenovo, I dual boot with two separate SSDs. And, I take that back. My other machine, two separate SSDs. This one I got one, I think it's a 500 gigabyte SSD with both Windows and Linux Mint. But I don't use VMs anymore. Yeah. Hey, if the native Linux VM works good, like you say, cool. Yeah, I just it's just nothing for me there. Yeah. The last time I went to Walmart, they had 8 different Chromebooks to choose from. I was impressed. Before I forget, make sure you guys drive extra careful this holiday season. One of my friends at work, wonderful gal, single mom with 2 kids, her car got totaled. Just a guy not paying attention, speeding. She's okay. Her kids are okay, thank goodness. The insurance replaced her car. Not her fault what happened, just be extra careful out there this holiday season. There's just a lot of, I'll just say, there's just a lot of idiots out there who are not paying attention. Like I said, thankfully she's okay. So yeah, the built-in VM meant for developers. That's why it gives you Linux terminal, but you can install any application as long as it's in the Debian repo. Yeah, I think it's the same thing with the Chromebooks. It's Debian repos also. Born in the USA says, how do I heat? I heat with my new air fryer. Yeah, that was my new toy for this holiday. I bought my first air fryer, and it works pretty good. Of course, the byproduct of the air fryer is a heat exhaust. So I stuck it in the garage to heat the garage as I'm cooking my fries. It's great. Or my chicken. Or my hot dog. Tomorrow I might try a hamburger. Yeah, but that is my cool tech for this season, is a new air fryer. I like it. All right, Cody. Have a good night. Have a good weekend. Good luck with school and all that. And happy holidays. You haven't tried chicken wings yet in the air fryer. Maybe next time. But I never had one, but my friend suggested I try an air fryer. And yeah, it's great. It's less mess. So for us guys, oh, Kelly, how are you, Kelly? Kelly says you are going to love your air fryer. I have had several, and I have a public playlist of YouTube air fryer recipes. Okay, cool. Yeah, Kelly, hi, and happy holidays. Yeah, so far, I like my air fryer. It's because you don't have to use oil. There's no, grease splatter in the cleaning. Well, you know what I mean. So, but yeah, so far so good. I had to buy for the potatoes. I had to buy one of those French fry cutter thingies, so that it cuts the fries evenly, so it cooks evenly. So that's an extra thing I had to buy. No big deal. But the chicken cutlets, oh yeah. I put like 3 or 4 in there, 20 minutes. Oh man, they come out so just absolutely delicious. So yeah, I may have to take a look at the playlist of air fryer recipes because I'm just learning. So yeah. Is that German? think I see German there on the screen. I'm not sure. So Kelly, what's new? How you been? It's been a while since we last chatted. Hope you're doing well since we last chatted. I won't go into details, but I hope you're recovering from last month. I ran into one of my lady friends today. She's going through the same election withdrawal symptoms and trying to comfort her and all that stuff. But and she was walking her dog today. So anyway, we're gonna be okay. Okay, we're gonna be all right. So don't worry. So Kelly, let me show you this picture. This might make you feel better this cold winter night. How's that picture look? That should warm me up. It warms me up. I wish I was there. In sunny Florida. Good memories of Florida. Very good memories. Warm climate, warm people, warm memories. Kelly, you made me laugh. Thank you. First of all, Kelly says nice pic. Those of you watching this podcast, yes. It is a nice pic. Kelly says, I am recovering and left X. I'm just going to say it. It's late night. I am recovering and left X shitter for Blue Sky. I don't use X anymore. I'm thinking about trying Blue Sky. God bless you, Kelly. X shitter. Yes, that's a new toilet I'm looking at Lowe's. It's a new X shitter toilet. Oh man, I got so many more jokes I can go, but hey, this is a family show, so Kelly, you could just use your imagination. Oh, that is so funny. Kelly, thank you for making me laugh. If you lived next door, I would buy you a drink tomorrow. Yeah, Blue Sky jumped from like post-election from like 3 million to like 50 gazillion subscribers, all because of Trump. I think that's hilarious. Calm down, Toss. Calm down. Breathe. That's something a New Yorker would say. Anyway, yes, I don't use X. I'm thinking about trying Blue Sky. The picture is gorgeous. I used to live there, so I wish I was there. I have friends there still. I don't have family there. That's why I moved back. But all right, all right. This is why I love these live shows. Blue Sky is so nice. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about Blue Sky. Yeah, so I may try it out. I don't know. But hey, who knows? Maybe one day we'll surpass X and have more users. Oh boy. You know, I think we're lucky we live in a country where we can talk about these things and debate these things, right? Like without the fear of being persecuted or prosecuted for it, right? So in that regard, we are very, very, very lucky. Anyway, Luis says, how long till Blue Sky goes woke? I'm sorry, I prefer to drink my wine and sleep. And that's what I'm going to say about that. All right. I drank so much wine my throat was dry. I've been drinking water. Anyway, alright, I'm back. Kelly says smash that like button. Thank you. Born to USA says can we get back to Linux? Sure, we can, my friend, not a problem. Luis asks, what awesome software do you use in Linux? Well, in Linux Mint, I'm using, of course, OBS Studio. Okay, that's probably the go-to software for a lot of content creators, Luis. For the audio downloads over on Patreon. And by the way, you can download these shortened YouTube videos in audio format on the Toss Today Patreon page. I made them all free. Donating or becoming a Patreon is completely voluntary. So I use Audacity to edit the audio of this video podcast. So let's see, we have OBS Studio, we have Audacity. Let's see, to edit videos I use Kdenlive. But yeah, those are my probably right now my 3 top software that I constantly use for all of this talking stuff. Born to USA says, I'm also drunk. Sometimes if you use bad Linux, you will get drunk. It'll make you to drink. Yeah. So Luis says, OBS, you have it. Very good. So Kelly, you have Mystique for batch video conversions. I'm not familiar with Mystique. And video downloader Flatpak for downloading videos. Okay, yeah, Mystique, I'm not familiar with that one. I use, let's see, for music I use, not Audacity, it's Audacious Music Player. Sometimes I use Rhythmbox, that's been around for ages. I use Brave Internet browser, Firefox, Chrome. I'm using something brand new web browser from Japan called Florp. I have no idea where the name comes. It's Floorp. Yeah. Hey, they make the best cars, so maybe they'll make the best web browser. I don't know. So testing Florp. See, that's what happens, Kelly, when I drink too much wine. I wind up on the Florp. Boom. Yeah. Luis likes to use Digicam to manage thousands of pics. I don't use Digicam, but I have heard of it. Yeah. On my Android phone to manage photos, I use software called. Well, it starts with an A. Hang on, let me look at my phone. Yeah, AVES. It's a photo gallery manager. AVES. AVES. Check it out. I like it because it's fast and there's no ads. AVES. Okay, Tim, you're just talking to Joe. That's fine. Oh yes, I believe I've tested Falcon browser before. It is very lightweight, so it makes sense you have it on low-powered machines. Sure. If I look, let me go to my Linux Mint menu. Let's see, what do I have here? I have Brave, Chromium, Firefox, Florp, Google Chrome. I've also tested Vivaldi. In fact, there's Vivaldi here. You can't see it, but I have Vivaldi and what's the other one? Opera web browser. Yeah. I'm usually within Brave, Chrome, or Firefox, so yeah. Thank you for the hearts. I see the heart in the chat. Yeah, I'm guessing probably most people have very few specific go-to apps that you use every day. For me, it's going to be, because of this, chatting with you guys, it'll be OBS Studio, Kdenlive, and Audacity. The rest of the apps I have here, like the backup tool I don't use, Bluetooth Manager probably never used. I have the Cairo Dock, Deconfetter. I'm just going through my apps here on my Linux Mint. I have Handbrake, Transcoder, Video Transcoder, Hypnotix TV, Watch TV I don't use, LibreOffice seldom use. Yeah, it's just very specific. The built-in screenshot tool I use. Simple screen recorder, sometimes I'll use that. The sound recorder I use, I think I mentioned that, and and the USB image writer to test new systems, I'll use that. Forgot about that one. Anyway, yeah. Ksnip for screenshots, Luis, okay. I'm looking at my system monitor. I'm using 2.7 gigabytes of memory to do all this. And this is less than Windows. Now, I don't have a webcam hooked up. But either way, Linux is using less than Windows. I don't use too many Flatpaks, Kelly. Yeah, I generally try to avoid Flatpaks and snaps. I find them sometimes to be unpredictable in terms how they work. Maybe they've gotten better. I don't know. I do use the app image for Kdenlive. That seems to work better on these type of big screen TVs. And I think I have a Flatpak for VLC because that version plays better with DVDs. I saw there's malware for Linux. It's called Bootkitty. Oh, these names. Anyway, yeah, I don't use upscale for upscaling photos, but I'll take a look at it. Kelly, thank you. Kelly, I use an older version of Handbrake. And it's never I don't use it that much, to be quite honest. But yeah, I haven't had problems with using an older version of Handbrake. Yeah, I don't mess too much with photos, so. Yes, sometimes with Linux, what I've noticed over the years, Kelly, and it doesn't matter what distribution, if you're having problems with a new version of a specific Linux app, try the previous version or two, and sometimes that'll solve the problem. Sometimes. We're going into Christmas, and I know a lot of people are probably playing Christmas tunes. I've been playing some new Italian music from Italy, and somehow it gets me in the mood for the holidays. Italian music, red wine. It's all about the love and pasta and all that stuff, right? Dancing, and the beautiful woman. It's bellissimo. That has nothing to do with Linux. It doesn't matter, but anyway. I got my dad's tunes playing in the background, so that's why I said that. So you use Flat Seal. It's an add-on you use with Flatpaks to get better desktop functionality. I use Flat Seal when I have a flat tire on my car. But doesn't that sound like a commercial? Hey gang, you got a flat tire? Use Flat Seal. I've never used Flat Seal, but I'll keep that in mind next time I have a problem. Yes, Luis says Italian music always sounds Christmas-like. It kind of does, doesn't it? It puts you in the mood. That's my dad, by the way, talking on the song now.
The spring is finally here.
The spring is finally here.
My broken heart is crying.
Well, no spring here. Spring in Bolivia. Anyway. It's all about the love, as my singer friend Slim Man would say when he was doing his pandemic lockdown shows. It's all about the love. If you haven't already, check out my singer friend Slim Man. That's his stage name. But he's good. He has the voice, Kelly. He definitely has the voice to put you in the mood for love. He tells great jokes too. He would always start off. Well, we had the lockdowns a few years ago, right? He would do his Facebook live shows once or twice a week, and he would start off the show with the song and then a joke. And he would say, "Yeah, I ran into my friend Jimmy at the bar, and Jimmy's all smiles." Kelly, I said, "Jimmy, how's it going?" "Oh, I'm doing great. I just celebrated my 25th wedding anniversary." "Oh, great, Jim. Yeah, I took my wife to China, and I'm picking her up next year." Ba-da-bum-bum. Psh. Anyway, that's Slim Man. So check out Slim Man on YouTube. I remember one time I told Slimmy I use Ubuntu. He says, "What the hell is Ubuntu?" He says it sounds like an energy drink. "Yeah, give me a shot of Red Bull with Ubuntu there. Yeah, I need to wake up." It does sound like an energy, like an energy drink, right? Doesn't it, Kelly? "Yeah, give me a shot of Ubuntu. Make it a double." Of course, Slim is a singer. He uses a MacBook, for all his music stuff. Understandable. I was looking at DistroWatch. To the right of the page, I have the most current page hits for Linux distributions. And in the top 10, most of those are either Debian or Ubuntu based. And that's for a reason. Yeah, Kelly says, "Yes, a shot of Ubuntu, neat, and no snaps. Bada boom boom. Psh. Kelly, if I had any more wine left, I would drink to you, virtual toast, but I'm out of wine." But Tim was kind enough to donate to the wine fund. So Tim, thank you again. Tomorrow, my first stop at the grocery store will be a glass of wine. Yes, a shot of Ubuntu, please. on the rocks. Anyway, it does sound like it does sound like a power drink, doesn't it? Hey, give me some Ubuntu. I'm still laughing at X shitter. You made my night. So Kelly, during the holidays, does work get a little bit more hectic for you, or is it the same? Of course, we just had our Hot Friday, or Black Friday as it's called, where people go nuts shopping the biggest day of the year. Of course, now most people probably use the web online to go shopping and avoid the traffic, right? Oh, thank you, Kelly. Thank you for the super chat. Here's a cup of Joe in the morning, she says. Yes, I sometimes drink coffee in the morning. I have a cup machine. I mean, not a cup machine. My mind went blank. Too much wine, Kelly. What am I? Keurig machine. I mean, it uses the Keurig or K-cups, but yes, yeah. Oh, it was quiet today at work? Okay, I guess that's good, Kelly, yeah. Luis asks, do I have any preferences between Flatpak, snaps, and app images? Luis, I do not, my friend. I use what works. I mentioned Kdenlive. You have different choices. I use the app image. I'm not saying that the other ones won't work, but the app image seems to work. For VLC, I believe I have a Flatpak installed. I knew Ubuntu defaults to its snap package system. My preference is whatever works, so yeah. I usually look in the Synaptic Package Manager to download stuff, or I use the terminal, or use the Software Center. If for some reason that doesn't work in the repos, then I'll check out a Flatpak or something else. But no, I don't have a specific preference. You know, it's been said before, and it's a cliche. The wonderful thing about Linux, besides the people like you, of course, is the freedom of choice. You know, again, the choice to use whatever you want. It can be a bit overwhelming for new users because not all of it is good, obviously. But that's why I'm here to sift through that. You know, to separate the good from the not so good. But it's good to have choices. Luis, do you like the app images because you break your systems very often? Oh, I can run them from other OS partitions without new installations. Yes. I've noticed app images seem to run a little bit faster. I don't know if it's just me and my systems, but they seem to run a little bit faster. It could be just a random thing, I don't know, but I have noticed that. Kelly, what's your go-to system right now? Is it, I forget what you're using. Is it Debian? I can't remember. Right now for tonight's show, I'm using Linux Mint, as I usually do. Ah, Linux Mint too. Okay. Yeah, I got the Mate version. I've always liked the Mint menu, lightweight, fast. I'm not into heavy customizations anymore with Linux. I just like to keep it simple. I have the panel at the top with some shortcuts, tabs at the top, and that's it. That's all that I need. So those of you watching this podcast, this is my setup here, of course, with the Florida wallpaper, of course, and the classic Mint menu. Panel at the top. I added the weather applet. You can see lows around 18 for the weather, and yeah, it's 19 tomorrow night. Boo. Anyway, this is my Linux Mint setup. It's just simple. Ah, Kelly likes it spicy. Cinnamon desktop. Yep, I tried cinnamon before. It's fine. I guess my first taste of Linux Mint was with the Mate desktop, the Mint menu. I kind of fell in love with it. I never cheated on Linux Mint Mate. I'm a faithful boyfriend to Linux Mint Mate. Yeah, I just like the way it looks, so. What they still have the XFCE and the I think they still have the Debian edition, right? If I'm not mistaken. Kelly, I this holiday for Black Friday, I ordered a chicken and an egg off the internet, and I'm waiting to see which comes first. But a bump bump. Psh. I just love these silly dad jokes. Let's see, what's the other one? There's a new movie called Constipated, but it hasn't come out yet. Did you know that taller people sleep longer in bed? Of course, yes. I think I've told these jokes before. Anyway. Yeah, job's still here. Don't know for how much longer. The wine is starting to take effect in a good way, but I'm still here. It's actually good that I ran out of wine, because I would have drank the whole freaking bottle. And then I would be talking like this. All right, Tim, you just got off the phone with you. Tim, you need to show some respect to the family and pay attention here to the live shows. Don't make me send Luca Brasi to the door. When we're doing the show, get off the phone, okay? Show some respect. Just kidding. It's funny how they always show The Godfather at the holidays. I'm like, what's that supposed to mean? Right? One of my favorite songs from Dad, the Oh Hey I'm Screwed song. He actually has a song, I haven't played it yet, but it's called You Will Burn in Hell. I think he wrote that during the heat wave in Italy a couple years ago. Yes, my dad has a sense of humor. Yeah, Joe's family, yes. My dad was telling me that when they filmed the wedding party scene in The Godfather, the director told all the actors there, the extras in the scene, to pretend to get drunk and have a fight. And my dad says Francis Ford Coppola filmed that scene, but he cut it out. He never used it in the movie. And I think I've showed a screenshot of my dad being involved in that fight. I don't have it with me now, but I thought that was a cool story. A bit of Godfather history. Francis's new movie is called Megalopolis. I have to say that is one weird movie. Highly visual, but just weird. If there is anybody else here new, happens to be new who was watching and wants to say hello, don't be shy. We're all friends here. Kelly, my friend, we all need the bleeps and giggles tonight. Yes, you are welcome. Yep, football Sunday. My Cowboys played on Thanksgiving. They won. And I believe the Cowboys have the fastest player receiver in football. They clocked him at 22.5 miles per hour. Dang, that's fast. What's his name? Turpin. Young man named Turpin, I believe. Kelly says, a good end to your work week. Oh, I'm happy to be here. It's great to be with you guys. It helps me relax too, so. If I could sing, I would sing to you guys, but I don't sing. Yeah, Tim, the Cowboys, they are still mathematically in the playoff hunt, but they are not doing too good, no. They have a shot, but the odds, not too good. Yeah, Joe says just don't fall asleep from too much wine. No one will be there to end the stream. Well, I think YouTube ends it after 23 hours and 59 minutes or something like that. Well, like I said, I ran out of wine. So, yeah, I literally ran out of wine talking to you guys. You guys make me drink too much. But what are friends for? Bada bing. Anyway, yeah, I did see that, Joe. The Bears coach's history. I saw the ending of that game, and that was weird. That was just, yeah, weird. Something about clock management or something. Let's just say that coach's brain, he had too many Linux bugs in his head. Yeah, it wasn't quite functioning that day. Yeah. Anyway. I watched the Cowboys down just to watch the fastest player in football, Turpin, just to see what he can do. I mean, I call him Turbo Turpin. Thank you, Tim, once again. Yes, more wine is coming. Thank you. I'm buying it tomorrow. It's my day off. See, when I go shopping at the grocery store, Kroger's just down the road. I'll get what I need. Then, if I'm in the mood or I'm not in a rush, right? There's a Starbucks, Tim. So I'll grab the wine and bread or whatever, eggs. I'll sit down, have my Starbucks, whatever. It's usually the what's the sweet one? The vanilla bean drink. I think it's vanilla bean. Sit down, relax, watch all the pretty women who come in the shop. And then I'll wait for the line to go down. And that's when I jump to, check out all my groceries. So I may do that tomorrow because it's too cold to be outside. And then if I see a pretty woman by herself, then I try to give her eye contact. And I'll say, hey, by the way, I use Linux Mint. Hey. No, I don't do that. I don't use Linux Mint as a break the ice. But hey, you never know. She might say, really? I use it too. Now that would be weird. Foosball. Haven't played that in a while. I don't drink beer that much, Tim. Every once in a while, but not too much. I did crack a joke. Was it yesterday? Our dear friend Stephanie, she's doing like makeup style videos, and I'll watch it just to see if I can find the joke somewhere. So she was saying she went on a shopping haul for makeup because it was on special. She was in a shopping mood, and she says for some reason she says she had an urge to buy a Dyson vacuum cleaner. It made me laugh, and I said, Stephanie, I know girls like to be swept away, but a Dyson vacuum cleaner? That was the joke anyway, just for a laugh. Yeah, the Adam Sandler movie, Waterboy. I don't think I saw that, Kelly, but I know I know the movie in Adam Sandler. I think he got his break on Saturday Night Live years ago. I think Linux Mint is closing in on 20 years, because I think, let's see, Ubuntu. Well, I first started with Ubuntu in '06, but I think they came out a year before. Linux Mint, I believe the first one was released in 2008, I think. Yeah. A lot of years. Who knew, Kelly? Who knew years ago I started with Linux Mint and we're talking foosball. Tim, I was just thinking tomorrow I should do a live stream from the Kroger grocery store. That's a hey Tim. There's Starbucks. Here's the wine. I don't think I've ever done a live stream from my phone yet. Yeah. Yeah, Linux Mint has to be. I think it was right after Ubuntu came out, because Linux Mint was always based off Ubuntu. All right, Joe. You have a good weekend. Great to have you here as always. Take care. Catch you on the next one. Of course, Tim, always a pleasure chatting with you and your daughter, Carly. I've chatted with her with you guys before live on camera. It may have been during the pandemic. I know it's been a while, but yeah, of course it was fun. Yeah, always a pleasure. I did buy. I don't know if it was Amazon or eBay. I think it was. I bought one of those little portable USB rechargeable vacuums that I keep in the car just to catch any quick dust or, you know, loose French fry piece hanging around anywhere. Suck it into the thing. Keep the car clean. It seems like the bigger the car, the more amount of dirt and stuff gets in there. Or is it just me? So I did get that. Just something simple. Kelly, are you into the whole shopping, seasonal shopping thing? I did see a lot of ladies yesterday, and men, shopping. Usually lots and lots of clothes. Yes, Tim, Linux just rocks. It certainly does. I believe all of the world's supercomputers are based off of Linux, aren't they? I think. Yeah. Yeah, Kelly, I usually just mainly shop online. If it's clothes for myself, I prefer to try them on because I'm 6'2", and not everything usually fits right. So, um, but yeah, I prefer to shop online. It's just more convenient. My ex-wife is on sick leave for the holidays, so my son's been taking care of her, and I felt like I should, maybe buy her something to cheer her up. But I don't know. And I know she has to go through some kind of. She keeps losing her voice, so she has to go through some speech. She went to the throat doctor. Has to go through some speech therapy and stuff. I don't know if she has a deductible for the sessions. I may just pay for the deductibles. Do something like that for her. What do you think? Just a thought. Yeah, the supercomputers, yes. I believe they are all based on Linux. All of these computers, all of my desktops, right now as I look at these, I got 3 of them. They are all at least 10 years old, and they all still work. Thanks to Linux. Yeah, uh, the stable branch of Debian is extremely stable. I've tested it before, and it's not the latest software, but extremely reliable. But then again, I've found Linux Mint to be reliable and Zorin OS. So I'm debating tomorrow, since I'm free, should I cook something on my air fryer? I'll go eat out. I guess it depends if my friend's available, if he wants to meet. Here we have a Texas Roadhouse restaurant. They make awesome big juicy burgers. And of course, the fries are terrific. I may do that tomorrow, maybe. Yes, Kelly, wings in the air fryer are going to be cheaper than takeout. That is true. I'd have to go buy the wings. But yes. Well, probably anything you cook at home is a better value. We have one of these high-tech heated car washes. I think it's called WashRite, where the car wash can be as high as $25 per wash. I haven't tried it yet. I'm going to wait if the weather warms up enough for me to try it. One of my friends tried it once or twice, and she loved it. She says it really gets the car clean and the tires clean and shined and all that. So my big SUV tank of a car could use a cleaning. Tim, your dog Pongo, and it's just Pongo and Me. It sounds like a movie. Now playing at a theater near you, Pongo and Me. I like animals too, Kelly, yes. I love watching random Facebook videos of people who save animals and then they adopt them or take them to their shelter to find a home. I think it's so sweet. There's one guy who has a pet cow. in his house. I'm assuming he has a farm, but a pet cow. It's ridiculous, but it's kind of cute. Yeah, Tim says we might have something, a good script. Yeah, we'll have to write the script, but it sounds like a TV show, Pongo and Me. Yeah, what was the two comics, Cheech and Chong, right? Yeah. Yeah, Kelly. No, those animal videos are cute. I have not seen the Rufus the Couch Kangaroo. I've not seen that one. Oh, here we go. Louise says, who saved yours, she had puppies. Now she and one of them live with you. Cool, cool, absolutely. My friends who retired up the street, they had, I think 3 cats or 4 cats and 1 dog. Anyway, the dog they had quite a few years passed away. So my friend who retired, Kevin says, I'm retired, it's quiet. But then his wife wanted a new dog. A new dog and 4 cats. So my friend went back to work so he could relax. He works part-time, retired. He went back to work to relax. I felt so bad. Anyway. Ah, your dog was interviewed, Luis. Okay. And what did the dog reply? The dog replied, "Humans rock." Roof. Right? All right, we are closing in almost 2 hours here. My goodness, time flies when you're having fun. All right, one more love song from Dad, and then we'll wrap this up for this evening.
Ma questo triste cuore piange di malinconia. Lontan sei tu da me, dal cuore che ti ama. Io t'amo e t'amerò ogni giorno ancor di più.
Yeah, Tim, sometimes animals are better than humans. When they love, I guess it's real love. Nothing fake about that, right? Absolutely. Thank you, Kelly. Kelly says, nice outro song as you raid the fridge to settle down your belly full of beer. Yes, the song is called Symphony of Love. It is a cute, pretty song.
Listen. The birds are singing. The spring is finally here. My broken heart is crying. Why the roses catches my teardrops.
Spring rain calls out your name. My love, where can you be? It thunders in my brain and gives me so much pain. Io e te sotto il chiaro della luna.
One thing about animals, you feed them, you got friends for life.
Noi ci siamo innamorati. Sinfonia, cantano gli angeli dal cielo. Sweet symphony, please return to me. Io amo te. I love only te.
All right, at the end there, it's multi-layered vocals, but the singer was saying, I love only you. And I love all of you guys, of course. Tim says, great evening, Toss and everyone. Till next time, absolutely. Always a pleasure, my friends. It is 12:43 a.m. here. I don't know where some of you guys are at time-wise, but for me, it's time for Betty Bye. So, and yep. God bless the animals. All right, I'm going to wrap it up for tonight, and we'll do this again sometime. Maybe next weekend. We'll see. Always a pleasure catching up with you guys. And Kelly says same time zone. Okay, cool. I think, Tim, you're in Chicago, right? Luis, you're in Bolivia, so is it the same time as here? Probably not, because different seasons. Still can't believe from Bolivia, of all places. That's just awesome. Absolutely awesome. All right. That's all I have for this one. You guys know how to reach me if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, and all that good stuff. It is the holiday season. As always, be safe out there. Enjoy whatever technology you use. Enjoy the wine, the beer, the animals, and all that good stuff. 1:45 there in Bolivia. Okay, here it is 12:45. Very good. I passed my geography class for tonight. Thank you, Luis. Okay. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Keep in touch as always. Arrivederci.